Hey hookers, welcome back to Inspired by a Smile. My name is Christy, and today I'm going to show you how to make a mushroom penis with a couple of his little budding buddies on the rise as his balls. So if you have some yarn and a 4mm hook, let's get started. Okay, so I've got my hook here, and we're going to start with one of the balls, and I already made one and stuffed it. It's sitting there ready to go. So I'll just show you how to make one, then you can pause and make the other one. So whatever color you're using for the tops of your mushrooms, that's what you're going to want to grab. Chain 4 and join it at the end. And then you're going to do a chain and then do 10 half double crochet into the circle, and you can crochet over the little piece of yarn so you can pull it tight at the end. Again, do 10 half double crochet into the circle. And while you're doing that, I'd like to thank everybody for watching and subscribing so far. I really do appreciate all the love and support. If you aren't subscribed to my channel yet, please make sure that you do and turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And I'd also like to thank my patrons as well. We're at number 2 and it's really exciting. I'm mailing out her octopuses shortly. They're going all the way to the UK from Canada. They've got quite the travel. So if you haven't checked it out yet, I do have Patreon. I just have a tier set up to tip the artist, and it's only $3 a month, and you do get a baby octopus when you sign up. So if you'd like to be patron number 3, head on over to my Patreon. The link is on my channel. I'm also having a giveaway on my Facebook page, so if you haven't checked that out yet, it's under the same name and also linked to my YouTube channel. There's a set of ergonomic thread hooks in there and all kinds of fun stuff, accessories for crochet. So I just did 2 half double crochet in the beginning of the stitch at the top, and now I'm gonna put in my stitch marker before I do the rest of the row. And I'm going to leave it here. If you need to move yours, go for it. I just need to know where that one row is. So just do 2 half double crochet in the same stitch all the way around. You'll have until, you do have until October 31st to enter the giveaway. It's not just on Facebook, actually. You can enter on all 5 places if you'd like. It's posted on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And while you're there, if you'd like to follow me as well, I'd appreciate it. But the giveaway is there. You just, the instructions are on the video or on the post if it's a post. YouTube, it's easy. You just have to write a comment on the video. I'm really excited to get this guy done. I had to take a break from my Halloweenies. I was going to make my next Halloweenie next, but I decided to go with a non-Halloween tutorial for this one, and I'll do the other one next. They are quite popular so far, so I shall give the people what they want, all the penises. And do make sure to like the video as well. It helps bump up my videos and keeps them in the YouTube algorithm so that other people can see them and make these fun things as well. So that is the last stitch for that row. So now these are going to be repetitive rows. It's going to be 1 half double crochet in each stitch, and you're going to want 4 in total. So I'm just going to show you these first few stitches here. So 1 half double crochet in each stitch, and you want to go all the way around. Again, 4 rows in total, and then we'll have 1 decrease row at the end. So I'll come back into, I'll let you guys at this, and then we'll be doing that row. So just like this all the way around, 4 rows in total of 1 half double crochet in each stitch. Just like that. All right, so we're done those 4 rows. This is going to be a decrease row. So I'm just going to skip this stitch and do a half double crochet in the next stitch, and then another half double crochet in the stitch after that, and then skip that other stitch. So skip a stitch, a half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then skip a stitch, and we're going to repeat this for this row. It's easier to close up the ball after by skipping the stitches, and closes it in a bit before having to sew it up. So if you also have any ideas for new tutorials, whether it's for a penis or not, please feel free to leave a comment on any of my videos. I'm always checking them because I never know if someone needs help with a tutorial, and I like to help out when I can. So if you have any ideas for new ones, please let me know. I'd like to hear it. Alright, this will be the last cluster here. So 2 in a row, and then we're going to fasten off in a second. So skip a stitch over and do a slip stitch. Leave a long enough tail so that you can still sew your ball onto the penis after. So I'm just going to tie that up and remove the stitch marker, and I'm going to turn the ball inside out. Awesome. So here's the other one, what it looks like with the spots on and everything. Nice and firm and spotty. So I did pre-make my spots so that I can just show you them, and I mean, you're gonna make them all random size anyway, so I'll just explain as well. So the bigger ones, they're just either 2 rows of either single crochet or half double crochets. Some of them are just one row and in the round, and they're either just single crochet or half double crochet into the circle. The smaller ones are literally a chain of 3 with which I'm going to show you right now. So I'm just going to chain 3. Fact is, you're going to make these any sizes you want. It's random because mushrooms have random size spots on them. They're not all the same size most of the time, so just have fun with it. I'll show you how to make this one though. So just join at the end of the chain of 3, do a chain, and I'm literally just going to do 4 single crochet into the circle, and that's how I made all my smaller spots. And then the rest, like I said, are all random, like different numbers too. I didn't just stick with 4. Some of them are 6 single or half double crochet. The bigger ones, I believe, are 6 or 8 half or single double crochets, and then the second row is just 2 in the same stitch around so that it formed a nice circle. But the biggest stitch I used was half double crochet. If you even just want to sew specks on, you can too. I like doing that. You just need the yarn and then just sew some specks in between as well. So there's that one. So I'll show you how to sew one of them on, and I'll sew the rest on so that you don't have to watch that entire part, because I'll be doing it the same and just randomizing where I'm putting them. And this will be how you make them also for the top hat of your penis, because you're gonna need them for your little hat for him as well. So if you want to make them all right now, you could, or you could wait, because that's a little bit bigger as well than the balls. His head is a little bit bigger. Well, quite bigger, I guess. So just pick a spot. Makes it easier once you have one on too. And just sew in and out through the ball, because you're not going to see anything on the inside. Do make sure that you turned your piece inside out before sewing. You want it to be on the right side. So just going to basically sew all the way around here along the edge of the speck, and go as close as you can when you're sewing, so that you it'll look a lot better when you're done. Sometimes I even go around again just so that it's nice and flat to the piece. Sometimes going once around doesn't do it. Alright, so I'm done here. I'm gonna just turn it inside out, and you can go right underneath the speck and fasten off. You can go through twice with the needle and then just snip it. Now I'm just gonna I'm going to quickly sew the rest on and move on to the next piece. These guys have to go on there. Okay, here we go. There they are beside each other. One's stuffed, one isn't. So now I'm going to show you how to make the top of the penis, the little hat. It's going to be the same as how to start this as it is the shaft, so I'll just show you basically how to do this, and then when you go to do the shaft, it's the same thing, it's just longer. So chain of 4, join at the end, do a chain, and do 8 half double crochet into the circle. and then crochet over that little piece of yarn so you can pull it tight at the end. So again, if you're on other social media platforms and you'd like to follow me, I'm on basically all of them. And if you would like to sign up to Patreon, it's also linked to my channel as well. They all are. My tutorials are actually in a folder on Facebook as well. So you can just go to each picture and click the links that you're looking for. If you're on there more, it makes it a little more convenient. So I just did 2 in the same stitch at the beginning of the row, half double crochet, and now I'm just putting in my stitch marker, and so I know where that one row is. If you're like me, I just don't need a million stitch markers. You get used to that too. I never actually did need that. And back in the day I used to use a piece of yarn instead of a stitch marker, so I do enjoy these things. I'm glad that they came out with these things anyway. So 2 in the same stitch all the way around. I am excited to get this giveaway out and going, so if you haven't already, like I said, please go and enter it. The hooks are in a nice little case that I made. There's a little mushroom pin cushion type thing that I use myself during my tutorials. It actually holds pins, sewing needles, stitch markers, earring hooks if you're making earrings, your safety eyes. There's like a little tray on the bottom and that, so it all fits in there. So for this row, you want to do a half double crochet in the first stitch and then 2 in the next stitch. So 1, 2, and then 1 all the way around. I quickly realized when I started doing these tutorials that I needed something easier to put my stuff in, so having that little mushroom thing is actually really handy sitting there with my stuff, because I was sitting here digging in my case. It was annoying, so it actually is really nice, even if you're not doing tutorials, just to sit and you got all of your things combined in one little spot. So there's that, and there's quite a few other things in there that I won't tell you here. So there's a lot of things in that giveaway. I kept adding and adding as soon as it started to get to 1500, I was like really excited and just started piling stuff into my giveaway. So there's like something for everybody in there. If you even wanted to use some of it for Christmas presents, it definitely would be good. Awesome, we're basically done this row. So for this row, it's going to be 1/2 double crochet in each stitch, and it'll be for 4 rows in total. So I'm just going to do a few stitches here again, so 1 in each stitch. And then after, like I said, after this row you're going to do 3 more, so you'll have 4 in total. And like I said, this is exactly how you're going to make the penis shaft, except instead of 4 rows you'll have 14 rows of 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. This is what it looks like inside out. I flipped it and then sewed the little specks on. And this is the shaft. It's also flipped inside out, and like I said, 14 rows of 1/2 double crochet in each stitch after the first part. It's made the exact same as the top hat. So now we're going to do the eyeballs. So I already do have one made, of course, to save some time. So we're going to chain 4. Join at the end, and then do a chain, and you want to do 10 1/2 double crochet into the circle, and that'll be the only row for this. And you want to crochet over the little piece of yarn. Again, 10 1/2 double crochet into the circle. So I am quite excited as well for Halloween. It's one of my favorite seasons as well, so I'm excited for that to come up. My kids sure love going out. I hope everyone is has a really good Halloween, whether it's your little one's first time or 10 millionth time going out. I hope they enjoy it. Alright, so at the beginning of this row, you're just going to go into the beginning of the stitch and do a slip stitch to join. Leave a long enough tail to sew the eye onto the penis. Now I'm just going to put the specs on. And before I even forget and start, I messed up on doing the bigger spec, which you'll see, but I got carried away and I didn't read my little side notes. I don't really write out a pattern because I don't know how to write patterns. I just kind of jot down gibberish so that I have a guide of what I did next. And I honestly did not look, and I should have, because the 2 smaller specs are smaller than the big one. Alright, so after threading your needle and tying a knot at the end, I usually tie at least 3 times. Just go over to the side of your eyeball, wherever you want, hold on to it, and go in through the back. And I'm going to go in and out 3 times for these 2 specks. And they're smaller. So just in and out like that 3 times total for this one. And I really do appreciate everybody watching my videos. It's really exciting seeing that everyone loves my work. So again, if you do have any requests, I don't mind making certain things. If I can't make it, or if for some reason, I can let you know, but I mean, I can make anything. All of these tutorials, it's been basically my first time making each of these things. I just know how to make things. It helps having an artistic brain. I can draw as well, so I think it has a huge part in it. I kind of take my drawing skill along with my crochet. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but it's kind of how it goes for me. I'm just into the fine detail in that, and I think it's partially why too. So again, if you would like me to make anything, I will try, at least. So just leave me comments. And if you do ever need help in a video, I forget to mention this, if you ever need help in a video, I am always on, at least during the day, to check out my stuff, because being a creator, you're on all your social platforms basically almost all day sometimes. So I'm readily available to answer your questions if you want to ask on the video themselves or on my social platforms. That's what they're there for too. I don't mind trying to help. So again, for this spec, guys, it's going to be 5 times, not 3, okay? So don't cut the yarn after 3. You want to go through 5 times with this one, not 3. I made the mistake here, like I said, by not looking at my side notes. So do not do this right now, please. Unless you want it this size. It looks better with 5 times through. So it was an easy fix though. And I'm happy I fixed it, because my other eye is already done. See, at least yours isn't. It was very noticeable though as soon as I grabbed it, and then I looked at my notes and went, oh no. And don't be afraid to fix your mistakes in crochet, because it's not usually that difficult, as long as you're not fastening everything off tightly before you're done, because you'll regret it later most of the time if you don't fix it. And if you're selling your pieces, your customers will appreciate your finished product a lot more if you do fix it. I've never had any complaints, and I've only ever had to fix one item, I believe, and that was when I first started crocheting and selling my stuff. So all right, so now that we have that fixed, we can move on. Awesome job so far. Really didn't expect to be making all these penises, but they seem to be so popular, it's hard to not make them for everybody. And who doesn't love mushrooms? It's like one and the same with the penis, right? It's like one adorable penis mushroom with his friends on the rise. Awesome. Now it's done. And here's the other one to match. All right. Now we just have to make the bottom of the penis. I just made a little circle so that, to put at the bottom when you're done stuffing him. That was almost too hard to say. I don't even know why. I must need more coffee. It's most likely the issue. So just chain of 4, and you're going to join it at the end. and then do a chain, and then you're going to do 10 half double crochet into the circle. And again, so you want to crochet over the little piece of yarn so you can pull it tight at the end. Awesome. So now we're going to go in the beginning of the stitch at the top and do 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. So I'm just grabbing a stitch marker. And now I'm going to do 2 in the same stitch all the way around for this row. Awesome. So after this row there is just one more, and then we'll be basically sewing everything together. Almost done. There's just something satisfying as well about making mushrooms for some reason. They seem to be so fun and simple to make, no matter how you make them. If you would like to see anything else, I'll actually mushroomy on my channel. I don't think I have that much on here, if I have anything yet, and I don't know why, but I can probably add that too. I think I have my lighter holder slash lip gloss holder written down, and that one would be fun. I made some spiral eyes for those ones as well, so that's a possibility. Oh yeah, I do have my mushroom earrings, that's right. So if you are into making earrings with embroidery floss and the thread hooks, those ones are on my channel, along with other fun earrings to make too. I also have other Halloween tutorials as well. If anybody does need Halloween tutorials before spooky season arrives, make sure you go check out my Halloween playlist. There's stuffies and earrings, and I think that's about it, but there's stuffies and earrings in there. ready to be made, including 2 Halloweenies so far. And there is another one on the way, which was requested by somebody in one of the Facebook groups, so I couldn't resist. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I went and talked a bit too much in that row. If you didn't notice, we got too chatty there. If you didn't notice, it was 1 half double crochet, 2 in the same stitch, 1, 2, and then 1 all the way around, guys. I do apologize. What can I say? These penises get me excited. Damn them. We'll blame it on needing more coffee too. It's most likely the issue. Alright, so this is done. So now let's get to sewing this baby together. So I'm going to grab the shaft first and the top of it. So I'm just going to place it on top, and I line it up like the 2 top holes together. And I'm just going to stick my hand right in there. You can place pins if you need to. I'm just very stubborn, don't use them. And I'm used to just sewing everything on like this, so just make sure it's lined up to where you want it. Use your pins like I said if you need to, or just do what I'm doing. I'm just going to show you how I start to sew this on, and then leave you at it to finish it before we get on to the next pieces. Again, thank you all for watching too so far, and if you wouldn't mind, go hit the like button and boost my video up. I'd really appreciate it. So just go in at the bottom of the stitch there, and you're gonna go right through into the shaft, and I'm holding it inside so I can feel where it's going in and using my hand to guide everything inside so that I don't have to use the pins. And go closely together. You can go in and out of each stitch, in between each stitch, and just right into the inside of the penis, just like that. It makes it easy to see where the row is that you're working in on the shaft itself, so you don't necessarily need the pins here, but I mean it does make it easier if you want, I'm sure. So if you want to use them, please go for it. I bought them thinking I would use them, and I still haven't even tried them yet. I think I might have used one so far. And it wasn't even during a tutorial. But just keep going like this all the way around to the beginning of where you started, and then I'll show you how to fasten off. Just keep it even. Alright, so I did get this all on here, and I did put on the other eye and ball before fastening this off. So just I'm gonna go in here and I'm just gonna go into the inside of the shaft since it's easier that way. And then just take it and you can fasten off on the inside. Awesome. So next we're going to put on the eyeball and mouth. So just get your eyeball in place, and then I'm going to sew in and out through the shaft. So just make sure you're also pulling tight enough when you're crocheting your pieces on. I always make sure that they're nice and flat to the face. I'm just fixing it here. It's just not quite in the right spot. Awesome. Cannot wait to get this guy on my channel. I'm always excited to get these uploaded. And again, guys, if you want to go and enter that contest or giveaway, make sure to go do so on my Facebook page or TikTok, Twitter, or an Instagram, or even on here. I'm under the same name on every social media platform, and my links are all on my YouTube channel. And if you would like to tip me as an artist and have $3 a month you can spare, I'd really appreciate it if you want to go check out my Patreon. and I will send you a baby octopus. After you sign up, I am able to message you right from Patreon, so I can get your address from you, or you can just send it to me right away. I already have to mail out the 2 of them, so I had a special offer for that as well, by the way, for my second one, so that's why she's getting 2. I had said if I had lucky number 2, it would be 2, so I mean, it could happen again with the third one eventually, but as of the moment, you'll get 1 baby octopus at least, and it's at a value of $5. That's what I usually sell them at. They're really cute. I do appreciate everybody as well, whether you're signed up to Patreon or just watching my videos and subscribed, anything, just liking them. Even if you don't watch my stuff and you like my stuff, it all helps boost up my social media and gets me farther to my goal. So I really appreciate it. So after fastening off that eye, I got carried away again talking. I just threaded my needle and put a knot, and we're just going to put a little simple V mouth on. I'm just lining up after going through the inside of the penis, underneath the eye a bit. I'm lining up in the middle to do the bottom part of the V. And don't worry either, the ball looks like it has stuffing showing through. It's just kind of showing there because of the speck on there. It actually doesn't show that much when it's not so close up to it's the camera. It's the camera's fault, guys. I did not overstuff my balls that much. So after doing that mouth, just fasten off on the inside. And now we're going to put the other testicle on. Definitely put the eyes on both first. I would do that. I just had to make sure that I had half of this done before I finished off the top of the mushroom. I just decided to do that for you guys. Makes it a little easier too, so you don't have to watch the entire process through my video. So just stuff up your balls. Make sure they're not overstuffed, like I said too. Like, I'm actually checking to make sure they're both the same, or at least close enough to the same. Now I'm just gonna close up the hole first before sewing it on. So having those holes really actually helps. I'm gonna weave through with my needle. We're gonna cinch this hole closed. This is why I didn't overstuff too much either. Once you start closing that hole, it actually makes it a little bit tighter. Quite a bit tighter, actually. So let's get this hole closed up. Awesome. So now I'm just going to I line up in the middle, and then I kind of use the eyes as a guide to put the balls on, because they're not, you want to line it up basically in the middle of your eyeball. Made it easier for this one actually, because the eyes are a nice size where it ended up lining up with the middle where I wanted it. So just you're just gonna sew in and out through the shaft here, which you'll see. I made sure to get this on the video, of course. And just go in as many times as you'd like. If you want them to be a little bit more loose and hanging, I guess, you can put in less stitches, but I made sure that mine were up a bit more, I guess, and stuck to the shaft. I don't know how else to word that. Just go through as many times as you feel comfortable so that they're not going to fall off. That's your main goal. And I go through the bottom a few times as well, and just basically, because you're not going to see the back of the ball, you can go in and out through the shaft too on the inside. Awesome. So again, just fasten off on the inside here. Alright, so I'm just gonna tuck this little piece of yarn into the inside of the shaft. That knot will not be coming undone. So you just go on the inside of the stitches and sew into them. And then I'm just going to do that, and there we go. Now you can stuff your penis. Make sure you got enough stuffing into the head. So just work it all the way to the top first. Don't worry, he doesn't feel the needle in his balls. So I'm not going to overstuff here either, because you can always add more stuffing before you're done when you're doing this. So to avoid overstuffing, just put in enough where you're comfortable to start sewing the bottom on, and then you can add in a bit more as you get your bottom piece on. Alright, so I got the bottom to sew on to the shaft to keep all that stuffing in. So I'm going to line it up here. You can start wherever, but I end up starting in the middle of the balls. And you're just going to go into the bottom of the stitches, in and out through the side, all the way around. So I'm going to show you a few stitches here, and then I'll leave you at it. So just as close as you can beside each other, and you're not going to see anything because it's the same color. So if you haven't already, like I said, there are 3 other penises on my channel already waiting to be made for Halloween, and they're in my Halloween playlist, as well as actually my sexy crochet playlist, since they are penises. So 2 playlists that you can find them in. Okay guys, ready to get this needle through and fasten off. I'm excited. I just love mushroom pieces, like I said. So just, I'm gonna go through the side with my needle. I secretly wasn't watching. I was trying to see if I could actually do it without watching. I couldn't. So here we go into the middle. And then you're gonna go over a bit with the needle like that. Go through the side again. And then for a little extra protection, you're gonna go over with the needle like that and back through the middle before cutting. Again, I would like to thank everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel with notifications on so that you don't miss any upcoming videos. So that is snipped. And like I said, Patreon's there too, guys. If you want to go check that out, I'd appreciate it. And follow me everywhere. I'm always posting shenanigans and stuff, okay? Here we go. This cute little mushroom guy is done. Yay!